you for joining us for the show. Please, we're delighted to bring you this great show. And as always, we've had some great thinking into what the segment will be, because we think that many of the things we're here to discuss definitely will be part of those topical issues on your discussion platforms. My name is Roland Walker. I'll be here with Kojo Yankson. Kojo is ready. Mama V will also be here. And so we're great pack all together, bringing you a great ride for the morning. Kojo, good morning to you.
Hello, Daddy Roro. How are you? And welcome to Tuesday, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, indeed. You're right about how packed our show is. Got so much to talk about. And we've lined it all up for your enjoyment. Later on the show, we'll bring you AM Talk. The Member of Parliament for Shama and the Vice Chair of the Trades and Industry Committee in Parliament, also a member of the Privileges Committee, will be here with us talking about Mr. Panford. And then James Agalga, who's the Honourable Member of Parliament for Bulsa North, and the ranking member on the Defence and Interior Committee of Parliament will be here with us as well. And of course, we've got a lot to talk about. PAC started its hearings yesterday already. They're picking up bits and pieces of details of how things really should not have been done in the last accounting year. So we'll talk about that and more when they join us. Also, our documentary, Militia in the Heart of the City, has sparked lots and lots of commentary. So we'll be hearing from Reverend Professor Frimpong Manso, who has been saying that government's stance on this whole disband party militias now is mere rhetoric. What did he mean by that, I wonder?
Oh, definitely. But we also know that there are many other related comments that have come from key people, not only in Parliament, but also in government. And Brian Champo is the Minister of State in charge of national security. And some of his comments could have been interesting.
Very interesting. When he testified at the Short Commission, he said something that will play back to you just for your own understanding of what you think he was saying, because many are talking about it. So we'll bring that to you later.
Because we all know that we've now had a wrap-up of the Emil Short Commission and its sittings ending, and definitely a report formally will be presented as mandated by the Constitution of our Republic to the President, and subsequently there should be a white paper that will be issued, and we're hoping that at least the content of that white paper will be acted upon. But we also have to veer into the subject of health, because currently there's an upsurge in neonatal deaths at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, Kojo.
Indeed, and this is being blamed on a lack of basic neonatal facilities, incubators and so forth. Also, late referrals are part of the reason why so many children are dying so early. Doctors say that it accounts for about half of the deaths at the NICU unit. So we're going to hear from Dr. Mariama Bukhari, who has led a team to do this research. Also, we'll speak to the Regional Director of Health for the Central Region to understand how we found ourselves in this situation. And
Richard Kojo will also be joining us with some great piece, and would also be asking what so far he's been monitoring. But several kilometers away is the Western Regional Capital, Takrady, and you know, just several weeks back we brought to you what the latest update had been about those missing girls, and since then we've had getting prominence the hashtag Bring Back Our Tardy Girls. It's still on, don't forget.
Absolutely. It's been 205 days since the first girl disappeared, and I mean, if you can imagine yourself a member of her family waking up every morning and wondering where your loved one is, it's torture, it's a nightmare. So we're doing our part to make sure that the authorities do theirs and these girls are returned to their loving families. Now we're going to hear from our correspondent in Natalia Kwanzaa. Also, we'll speak to the police in the region.
Well, these and many other related issues, because we know that just 3 days ago, there was that Boeing airliner belonging to Ethiopian Airlines that crashed in that playing fields. And subsequently, we've had a number of reports around the world as well. But here in Ghana, do Ghanaians still think that we need a national airline following that plane crash? And subsequently, well, how should we go about it as a country and the government we have? So we'll be roving on, and we'll be coming to a community near you. We'll be just sampling some of your views on the subject.
Absolutely. And then, as always, we'll wrap up the show with some showbiz news brought to you by Awake Purified Water. It's going to be big. Stay with us for all of it.